Welcome to Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, the #1 podcast and resource for Black entrepreneurs. I'm your host, Jay Jones, and Black Entrepreneur Blueprint was created specifically to educate and inspire Black entrepreneurs to launch, build, and grow successful, sustainable businesses. Join us as we help build an economic power base in the worldwide Black community by building and supporting Black-owned businesses. If you're currently an entrepreneur or want to be an entrepreneur, you're invited to join us each and every week here at Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. Welcome to the BEB family and get ready to elevate your entrepreneur IQ. Welcome to the Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, episode number 547. I'm your host, Jay Jones, and today we have another outstanding and informative show in store for you. Today's show topic is, why isn't your business getting leads every day? Why isn't your business getting leads every day? Guys, I'm telling you right now, if you want to change your business, you need to start to be able to generate leads, qualified leads every day. That's what's going to change your business. And for some people, it's actually going to save your business. And for the life of me, I do not understand why this is not the #1 focus in your business. And we're going to dissect and discuss that today. On today's show, I'm going to discuss why you aren't getting a consistent lead flow. And I'm going to show you how to create a simple lead generation system that will exponentially grow your business. And you'll be able to do it within 30 minutes. It can be business changing and life changing. So make sure you stay tuned. Now, before we get to today's show content, I just want to share a few things with the Black Entrepreneur Blueprint family. First and foremost, I want to welcome all first-time listeners to Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. Welcome to the BEB family. Please stick around until the end of today's broadcast, and I'm going to share all my social media contact information and resource links, such as the link to the new revised, revamped website, blackentrepreneurBlueprint.com. Guys, don't sleep on the website. Make sure you go there, click the Learn tab, and we have all types of free content to help you elevate your entrepreneur IQ. We have content on marketing, e-commerce, scaling your business, strategy and mindset, everything that you need to move your business from point A to point B. So make sure you go to blackentrepreneurBlueprint.com and check that out. Also, for all you first-time listeners, we drop a new episode. New heat comes out every Monday morning, 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on all your major podcast platforms and YouTube. So wherever you're listening to this or watching this, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you'll be alerted when the episodes drop. Now, let's get ready for today's show content. I was at a conference about 2 weeks ago prior to Thanksgiving, and it was an entrepreneur conference, and they were talking about some of the pillars or mainstays of having a successful, sustainable business. And one of the first things one of the lead speakers talked about was lead generation. And guys, I'm telling you, I talk about this ad nauseum. Now, as a serial entrepreneur for over 25 plus years and a business coach for over 20 years, guys, I see it all the time. When I do a diagnostic, when I look to take on a new client, a new coaching client, one of the first things I ask is, do you have a lead generation system? And the answer I get probably 70% of the time, which is way, way too much, is no, I don't have a formal lead generation system. You know, I get referrals here, I do this, but you need to have something that is predictable. And we're going to break down why you aren't getting a consistent lead flow and how to create a lead generation system within 30 minutes, a simple, super effective way to generate leads consistently for your business. So let's start off with why your business isn't getting a daily flow of qualified leads. And I want to highlight that, qualified leads. You can get a ton of leads, but if they're not qualified, guess what? It's a waste of time. Now, you can put them through a pruning process or a marketing process so you can bring them up to speed and eventually they may be a qualified lead for you. And I will give you a real life example of one of my businesses, how I'm doing that. And this is something that you guys want to possibly take notes on, or at least take some mental notes, because everybody that comes in through your lead generation system is not going to be ready to do business with you instantaneously. So you need to have a follow-up marketing system to nurture that prospect to become a client or a customer. Okay. So why your business isn't getting a daily flow of qualified leads is simple, guys. You don't have a true lead generation system in place that creates a predictable amount of qualified leads on a daily basis. You need something that is automated. You want to be generating leads 24/7, 365. Now, if you haven't listened to this show for a long period of time, you might not have heard me say this. So I'm going to say this to you again, and I want you to really clue into this. The number one metric that I look at every morning is not how much money is in my bank accounts. It's how many new leads did I put into my databases. And I have multiple businesses and multiple databases. And I have multiple lead generation systems for all of those businesses. And what I learned and what other astute entrepreneurs learned is that your database is a direct correlation to the money that's in your bank account. Your database is a direct correlation to the money that's in your bank account. The more people you have in your database, the more leads that you have, the more money you're going to make. Okay, and that's what a lead generation system is for. It's to build your database. So if your database is comprised of 100 people and you put out an offer to that database and your conversion rate is 5%, that means 5 people took your offer. Okay. Now, in contrast, if your database is 10,000 people and you have that same 5% conversion ratio, that means 500 people accepted your offer. So there's a big difference, guys. So you have to understand that you need to generate leads to put in your database so you can consistently market to them. There's a thing that's called attrition. So if you have a 1,000 person database, over time, that's going to erode because of attrition. People are going to drop out of the database. They might not want the information anymore. So you always have to get new leads every day. And I promise you, the more qualified leads you get in your database that you market to, it's going to correlate directly with your bank account. How many new leads did I get today? So, for example, on one of my businesses, I checked this morning and I got 73 new leads in my database. That was a pretty good day today. And I wasn't doing anything super special. I was just running my lead generation system. So now 73 new people came into my database. And every week I check on my attrition. How many people dropped out? So you obviously want to have more people come in, obviously, than drop out. And that's the way that you build a successful, sustainable business. Why isn't your business getting leads every day? And the reason is you don't have a true lead generation system that's going to create a predictable amount of qualified leads on a daily basis. So that's the reason why you don't get leads. Now, let's talk about how to create the most simple and effective lead generation system out there. Now, I know a lot of guys, you're into funnels, and I have funnels, so I'm not knocking funnels, but sometimes funnels can be complicated. The software costs a lot of money, and you have to learn how to build the funnels. Nothing wrong with that. So I use a company called Systeme.io, Systeme.io. And it's like ClickFunnels, but it's a lot cheaper and it has the same, if not more, functionality. So if you want to build funnels, use that. But what I found is my most effective lead generation system is a quiz funnel. And we're going to talk about why use a quiz funnel. I'm going to give you 9 reasons why you may want to use a quiz funnel. And I want you guys to pay attention. So a quiz funnel can be a powerful tool for lead generation, customer engagement, and also building your list. All right, and here's some of the benefits of a quiz funnel, and then I'm going to give you some real life examples, and I'm going to talk about some of the software that's going to help you build it. Number one, you get higher engagement with a quiz funnel. So quizzes are interactive and fun, and I'm not talking about what Star Wars character are you, take this quiz. I'm not talking about that silly stuff. I'm talking about for business to develop a database that you can market to. So quizzes are interactive and fun, which naturally capture attention and encourage participation, making them a great way to engage a potential customer. Okay, so if you are a CPA and you have a quiz, and I'm just making this off the top of my head, if you have a quiz that find out the number one mistake that people make when they file their taxes, and they go and you take the quiz, it's 7 to 10 questions, and at the end it's going to spit out an answer based directly on how you answered the quiz, and we'll get more into that a little bit later. So number one, why use a quiz funnel? Higher engagement. Number two, generates highly qualified leads, okay? By asking specific questions, a quiz funnel helps you collect valuable information about your audience. So now you're learning. It's just like if you were doing an intake call with a customer. Hey, thanks for calling, blah, blah, blah. What are you interested in? What's your budget? Blah, 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 blah. Whatever your intake questions are, the quiz funnel does it for you. So it gets valuable information about your audience. This also allows you to segment your leads based on their preferences or needs or their pain points. So if you're doing a quiz and you have a question, what's the most important thing when you file your taxes? Get the most money back, owe less money, not go to jail, whatever it is. When people answer those questions, you can segment them, and now you can market specifically to that pain point or that answer. So it's making your follow-up more targeted and effective. You're not talking in generalities. So now when you have an email or marketing campaign that's attached to that quiz funnel, and we'll go into that a little bit later, you can speak directly to what the customer is their pain points are or what they want from you. Okay, so that's why I use a quiz funnel. Number two, it generates highly qualified leads. Number three, personalized customer experience. Everybody has a personalized experience based on the way that they answer the quiz. So quizzes allow you to tailor your results or recommendations to the individual's responses. Okay, and I'm going to give you a real life example with my mortgage business. Now, this creates a sense of personalization and builds trust that increases the likelihood of conversion. So when you're talking in generalities, that's one thing. But when you can speak to my specific pain points and you give me an answer or recommendation based on what I just told you, just like you're speaking to somebody, if you're in a sales call and you're talking to somebody and you're trying to ask questions to find out, what their hot buttons are, the quiz funnel does the same exact thing. Okay. And a lot of times people will answer a robot or a quiz more so than they will tell you the truth because it's not personalized at that time. And what we're talking about is why isn't your business getting leads every day? And we're talking right now about why use a quiz funnel. So number three, personalized customer experience. Number four, this is super important, increased conversion rates. Increased conversion rates. Personalized outcomes and targeted offers at the end of the quiz, product recommendations or solutions are more likely to resonate with the users because it's leading them to a higher conversion rate. It's going to resonate with them because you're speaking to them based on what they told you. It's just like having a sales conversation. So number four, increased conversion rate. The number five reason why you want to use a quiz funnel is it's a cost-effective lead generation method. So quizzes tend to have a lower cost per lead compared to other marketing methods due to their ability to go viral and attract organic engagement. So a lot of times if you take a quiz and you're an entrepreneur and it's a an entrepreneur IQ quiz, you may send that quiz to some of your friends that are entrepreneurs. So you have the ability to go viral based on what the quiz is. So it's a cost-effective lead generation system. All right. Very simple. Number 6, it builds your email list quickly. Now, with those quizzes, in order to get the answers or the results, you require an email address to view those results. And then that grows your email address, and it builds it consistently. So at the end of the quiz, not at the beginning, but at the end of the quiz, to get your results, what type of entrepreneur are you? Put in your name and email address. So now you've captured that information along with all of the answers to the questions, where you can now segment that customer, and you know exactly what the pain points are that they may have based on the questions that you have. You know the hot spots. You know the pain points. You know what their objectives are. So now you can tailor a recommendation based on what they answered. Okay. Number 7, insights into audience behavior. You have an insight into your audience. You're engaging with your audience. So the data collected from the quiz responses gives you a deeper insight into your audience preferences, their challenges and needs, and you can help refine your marketing strategy and product offerings. So if you have 1,000 people go through the same quiz and you see some commonalities with the answers that they're giving you, then now you can kind of tailor your message to that. So it gives you insight into your audience behavior. Guys, what you're literally doing is you're having the quiz pre-qualify people to see if they're a good candidate for your products or services. And we'll give you some real life examples. Okay. Reason number 8 why you want to use QuizFunnel. It increases social sharing. I just talked about that. Quizzes with shareable results can go viral on social media. Okay, so that can extend your reach, not just to the people that you targeted for the quiz, but you may get additional organic reach also. And number 9, it's easy to automate and scale. And this is where I'll talk about some of the software. So quiz funnels can be automated with different software tools. I use several. I use one that's called TryInteract.com, TryInteract, TryInteract, and that's just a regular quiz funnel. There's another one out there that I've been looking at called Score App. And here's one, guys, that I use for my mortgage business, and I'll tell you about this in detail in a second. It's called VideoAsk.com, VideoAsk, VideoAsk.com. And what it is a quiz funnel that is a video quiz funnel. So you can take video asking the questions of the quiz, and you'll give several answers. You know, hey, what's your favorite color? Blue, green, or red? They hit red. Great. Then it goes to the next question, and then you have a video that pops up and asks them the next question. So what this video quiz funnel does, it gives people a chance to see you and to get familiar with you before they start to work with you. Now, it may be a negative based on certain industries, or it could be a positive. So in my mortgage business, this is what I use. I use Video Ask, and I'll talk about my whole quiz funnel in a quick second. But it's easy to automate. So I have TryInteract, you have Score App, you have Video Ask, and another one that's out there pretty big is TryInterface.io. TryInterface.io. And all of these softwares make this very easy to automate and scale. What I do is I attach my ConvertKit email automation software to the quiz funnel, and that way I can send out email campaigns based directly on how they answered the quiz. And I'll talk about that briefly, my whole quiz funnel for my mortgage business. But before we get to that segment, let me just share all my social media contact information and resource links real quick. Everything I'm about to tell you guys is on the website, blackentrepreneurBlueprint.com. Make sure you utilize that. So if you want to connect with me anything long, guys, hit me on my email, jayjones@blackentrepreneurBlueprint.com, JAYJONES at blackentrepreneurBlueprint.com. Facebook, Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. Instagram, I have 2 IG accounts. The first one is Jay Jones for real, JAYJONES, the number 4, REAL. Second one is Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. Twitter or X, hit me there. It's JayJones001, JAYJONES001. LinkedIn, connect with me there. Go and type in Jay Jones, Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, and connect with me there. Also, YouTube, make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. I have additional content on YouTube that is not on the show. So go to YouTube, type in Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, and hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you go and utilize the new revised, revamped website. Go to blackentrepreneurBlueprint.com, hit the Learn tab. There's a drop down, and we have free resources on everything you need to help elevate your entrepreneur IQ. Marketing, sales, scaling your business, strategy and mindset, side hustles, real estate, everything you need to help you move from point A to point B. Now, let's get back to today's content. Why isn't your business getting leads every day? So we talked about why you're not getting a steady lead flow, and that's probably because you don't have a real lead generation system in place. We talked about one of the simplest ways to create lead generation, a lead generation system, is with a quiz funnel. And I gave you guys 9 reasons why you want to use a quiz funnel. Let me give you a real life example of one of my quiz funnels for my mortgage business. So if you guys haven't listened to this show for a while, or you're a first time listener, I have a new mortgage business. I used to have one back in the early 2000s that was, 50 employees strong, making millions of dollars a year, and it was going great until the crash of 2008. Got out of the business for a while, and I decided to get back in, not necessarily because I love the business so much. I do enjoy it because every deal or every loan is different, so it's some variety in there. But because I know how to market and the industry is so lucrative, it just made sense for me to get back into this business. And so one of the things that I did is I created a video quiz funnel. And this is pretty much how the quiz funnel goes. You would go to the main page of the website, and it would be me in the video. Hey, welcome. Let's take a quick quiz. Are you mortgage ready? That's basically what it says. Are you mortgage ready, or how to get mortgage ready? I have several different quizzes. So what happens is I give them a series of anywhere from 7 to 11 questions, and based on the answers, then I'll direct them to one of 3 specific outcomes. So when you create a quiz, you want to have your outcomes before you even start your quiz. And so I'll ask them about when are you interested in purchasing? And these aren't the exact questions. I'm paraphrasing because I don't have it in front of me. But when are you interested in purchasing? Is it ASAP, 6 months, 3 months, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So that gives me a time frame. How is your credit? So that lets me know if they're credit ready or not. Many times, most people don't exactly know what their credit score is, but they do have an idea. Do you have a realtor? Are you working with somebody currently? And several other questions. What state is the property in? What's the sales price? Is it a refinance or is it a purchase? So it's a whole series of questions. Now, after they go through with this series of questions, the software Video Ask is dynamic. So based on the answers, I already have 3 outcomes that are predetermined. Based on how they answer the questions, it's going to give them that outcome. So, for example, if they're looking to purchase within the next 30 to 60 days, they have good credit, and they're either working with a realtor or not, it doesn't matter, then that outcome of that is going to be book a call. So that's somebody that's pretty much ready to rock and roll. Now, if they take the quiz and they're not quite ready. Maybe they're 6 months out, a year out. They're just looking, haven't really started yet. Then I'll direct them to my Mortgage Ready course. And this is a course that teaches them how to get ready to get a mortgage. If you've never purchased a home before, it's a lot when you go to it for your first time or go through it for your first time. So I'll redirect them to that course. And that course costs $97. Now, if you're interested, you go through the quiz and you have bad credit, then I direct them to my DIY credit repair course. That course costs $97. So I'm trying to get people mortgage ready. But I've already had these 3 buckets predetermined based on the quiz. The quiz basically just sends you to one of the 3 buckets. Now, what I'm also doing is I'm monetizing this. So when people get the Mortgage Ready course or they do the DIY credit repair course, that costs money. So after they go through the quiz, in order to get the results, then they put in their name, email address, and phone number. Based on the way they answered the questions, it's going to give them one of these 3 results. And it's going to be a couple of paragraphs, and I'll have a video. Hey, thanks for taking this short quiz, blah, blah, blah. Based on the information, it looks like you're ready to go. Here's a link to my Calendly. Set up a call, and I can help walk you through what we can provide as your mortgage broker. That's for somebody that's booking a call. If they're not quite ready and they're still looking, hey, thanks for taking the quiz. It's a little video, a couple of paragraphs. I see you're not quite ready to make a move yet, but you need to make sure when you are ready that you are mortgage ready. Here's an opportunity to go take my Mortgage Ready course that over X amount of people have taken, and it walks you through the whole mortgage process and helps you get mortgage ready. So when you are ready to go, you call me and we'll set up an appointment. And then the third bucket, if their credit is jacked up and, they're just looking right now, then I send them to my DIY credit repair course. And what that does, basically, it helps them get ready. But the first step is you got to have income and credit, right? But it goes through all of that in terms of the credit and how you can repair and fix your own credit. And if they need additional help, I have additional resources too. So when people come into the funnel, then it's always looking for monetization. I'm trying to be able to help them. I can help them get a mortgage if they're ready. If they're not quite ready and they're still looking, I can help them get mortgage ready through that course. If they need to clean up their credit, I can help them clean their credit up with my DIY credit repair course. But I'm bringing them through a funnel. And each of these outcomes has email campaigns attached to them. So when it gives them that outcome, if it's a credit repair customer, I have a 22 email sequence that follows up with them. Make sure that, hey, in order to get a mortgage, you need to get your credit. And it's an email campaign through ConvertKit that's connected to the back end of this quiz funnel. And this way, and here's another monetization. So if somebody comes into my funnel and I'm not licensed in that state, what I'll do is I will sell that lead to another mortgage broker in a state, that they're licensed in. So if I'm licensed in probably about 12 states. So if something comes in for Montana, which I'm not licensed in, I'll reach out to somebody. Hey, I got this qualified lead here. They went through my quiz funnel. I'll sell you the lead. So it's all about qualifying, making people raise their hand. So if I literally sat there and had conversations, and I'll give you some numbers. Yesterday, I think I had 23 people go to the quiz. 22 people completed the quiz. And out of those 22 people, 5 people actually set up a phone call, right? The other ones went to 2 or 3, option 2 or 3. And out of that, 4 people purchased. So I made $400 yesterday from 4 people that came through the funnel. 23 came in, 22 completed the funnel. I got, I think it was actually 5 calls that are scheduled, and 4 people bought courses. So that's a pretty good average. So now I'm not losing money, and I'm not talking to all 22 people that went through the funnel because I don't have that time. I let them qualify themselves. And that's why you need qualified leads and a lead generation system. You let people qualify themselves. It's it's not invasive. So a lot of times people may not necessarily want to talk to you right away, but you're still getting the data and the information that you can utilize. So now you can market directly to their hotspots. So I know the people that have bad credit, I know the first thing that they need to do is get their credit cleaned up. So my communications and my email campaigns are going to be focused on credit. I'm going to give them tips. I'm going to give them, make sure you follow through with the course. I'm going to do follow-ups with them. And it's about a 22 to 23 email sequence over a period of time. And then hopefully I'll move them to the next stage, which if their credit gets straight, it could be a phone call, or you can go to the Get Mortgage Ready program. So it's all about strategy and sequences and being able to move people from prospect all the way to customer. Okay. And that's what a lead generation system does. And with the quiz funnel, guys, it is super simple. You're not creating a lead magnet that's a general lead magnet. So for my mortgage business, instead of having a lead magnet that says, get mortgage ready, right? Somebody may be mortgage ready already. They may have a 750 credit score, good income, tax returns. They're ready to rock and roll. So I put them through a 7 to 11 question quiz, just a mini quiz, but it actually sorts them out. They sort themselves out. And now based on the answers, it's a dynamic quiz. Remember the word dynamic, meaning that based on their answers, it's going to give them a specific outcome. I have 3 outcomes. Remember, book a call with me. That's for somebody that's ready to go now. The second outcome is take my Get Mortgage Ready course. That's for somebody that may be 3, 6, 9 months out. And the other one is if you got bad credit, I give them a DIY credit repair course because they're not going to be able to do anything without decent credit. So I'm funneling all of the people that come into the quiz funnel to a specific bucket. Now, once again, if somebody comes in that in a state that I'm not licensed in, I can still monetize that by selling that lead. Okay. So quiz funnels, guys, will help you build your database quickly. It gives you so much more information. And now you're able to attack or direct your correspondence with what their specific hot buttons are. What are their hot buttons? What are their pain points? You got bad credit, you're trying to buy a crib. Guess what? That's not going to happen. Let me show you how you can clean your own credit up, and then we can move to the next phase, getting mortgage ready, where we talk about income, debt to income ratio, all types of different things to have you mortgage ready when it's time for you to pull that trigger. And so this is what a quiz funnel does. Lead magnets or other lead magnets are great. Okay. But when you speak directly to somebody, then you know exactly what their hot buttons are. So if you go to the website, blackentrepreneurblueprint.com, on the bottom right corner, it's going to ask you, are you a business owner? And it's going to be a series of questions that's going to direct you to a specific page on my website that can help you out. What are you most interested in? Scaling your business? Okay, it'll have a couple questions. Then it'll take you to the resource page with content to help you scale your business. I'm giving you a personalized tour. It's not a one size fits all. It's based on how you answer the questions to the quiz. It is so much more effective, guys, for you and your business to be able to have data on that person. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you are an e-commerce person. Let me give you an example, right? So in e-commerce, you can suggest personalized product recommendations. I have a hot sauce business, right? Hot sauce company. You like super hot, you like spicy, you like this. You can recommend based on your hot sauce profile, this is the best hot sauce for you. That can be an e-commerce way to use ClickFunnels. A service-based business. Say you offer tailored solutions based on quiz responses. So say you are you have an ad agency and you work with businesses. You ask them X amount of questions and then you can give them tailored solutions based on their responses. So say you're a coach or a consultant. You provide results that highlight how your services can solve those specific problems. Oh, you're a business coach. You're not generating enough revenue. Here's a couple of questions, blah, blah, blah. Based on your answers, Mr. Jones, this is my recommendation, and here's a service that we can provide to help you solve that problem. So ClickFunnels, do not sleep on ClickFunnels. Remember, I mentioned to you some of the software. Try Interact. I use that one. I'm looking at Score app. That's not necessarily down my lane, but it's a good quality software. The other one I use is VideoAsk, VideoAsk.com. That's the one I use for my mortgage business. When you have a video quiz funnel, it allows people to see you if you want to be seen, right? Sometimes you might want to be invisible. You don't want the customers to know who you are. But if you're in like a personalized business like the mortgage business, I want people to see me. Now, some people may see me. Oh, this is a black dude. I ain't messing with him. Cool. You already disqualified yourself. You weren't going to do business with me anyway because that's the way you felt. So you saved me time by disqualifying yourself. But somebody may say, oh, okay, I can identify with this brother. He seems pretty cool. I'm going to be working directly with him, and that could be a benefit. And all I want is the people that want to work with me. I don't want to have to twist somebody's arm to work with me. And that's why you have inbound marketing. And a quiz funnel is one of the best ways to create inbound marketing. So when somebody is coming to you, the whole dynamics of that conversation is totally different than you trying to knock on somebody's door and sell them something. Hey, you came to me, right? You already took the time to answer these 7 to 11 questions. Now, based on your responses, let me see if I can help you. And that's what I do with my mortgage business. Everybody isn't a client, right? Somebody may have perfect. Matter of fact, I just kicked out somebody that they were giving me too many problems, calling me every day about the rates. You didn't even lock in. You don't want to lock the rates because you think you're a guru and you know what the interest rates are going to do on a daily basis. Interest rates in the mortgage business change daily, and they change multiple times throughout the day. So I'm not going to be sitting here, you can't call me 5 times a day talking about what are the rates doing. You know what? You're not a great fit. You have a nice day. Here's somebody I recommend for you. I'm not putting up with it. And the reason why I can throw or get rid of prospects and customers is because I got enough in my pipeline, guys. That's what it's about. The problem is when you don't have enough leads or qualified leads to work with, you're going to start taking anything. One of my boys that used to work for me in the mortgage business the first time, we used to joke around. He's carrying around these 3 loan files like they were his babies. And we're telling him, dude, you can't rest your laurels on these 3 loan files because out of those 3, maybe 2 are going to close. And what happened was only one of them closed. So you have to keep generating leads on a consistent basis. But you want to do it with a system, systematically generating a predetermined amount of leads every day. Guys, there are people making tens of millions of dollars selling leads. And I've done shows on this. Pay-per-call leads, clicks, millions and millions of dollars because they know how to generate leads. If you know how to generate leads for somebody else, guess what? You can damn sure generate leads for yourself. So if there's one skill that I would implore you to understand, it is building a lead generation system. Now, I just told you that when somebody comes into my mortgage system and I'm not licensed in that state, I sell the lead. You know how much I sell the mortgage leads for? $100. So I literally could build a business on selling qualified mortgage leads for $100. If I get 10 of those a week, that's $1,000, right? That's just side money. You know, the leads are qualified and people will buy them. There are companies out there, all they do is generate leads for mortgage companies, insurance agents, you know, auto insurance, all of that type of stuff. You'd be surprised how much money is in that lead generation space. So if you can generate leads on a consistent basis for yourself, you'll never go out of business. Then you can take that skill, and if you want to, you can create a lead generation system with your overflow like I'm doing, or you can go into different verticals and make money that way. That's a whole different story that I'll show that I'll probably put together later on, maybe in early 2025, because I do have a lead generation system company too that I'm playing around with, and it's going pretty well. And guess what I'm using? A quiz funnel. A quiz funnel. It's the simplest, easiest way to get qualified leads, and you're having a dialogue and a conversation with a prospective customer without picking up the phone or doing anything. The automation is doing it for you. You can sell anything through a quiz funnel. Some people may use the quiz funnel to set up a phone call, like me. So when you do mortgages, I'm not selling a physical product. So I need to get on the phone, see if this makes sense, help the customer find the best mortgage based on what they're trying to do. So quiz funnels, don't sleep on it. Today's show, why isn't your business getting leads every day? If you're not getting leads every day, guys, you're going to be going out of business. No leads equals no sales equals no business. And there's no such thing as standing still when it comes to business. You're either going forward or you're going backwards. I say this each and every week, family. We get more and more downloads because of you, the BEB family. I appreciate you guys so much. Please continue to spread the word about the podcast, the blog, the website, the whole ecosystem, the books, everything, and the online courses, everything designed to help you elevate your entrepreneur IQ. Remember, it's not about me. It's not about you. It's about us. It's about building an economic power base in the worldwide Black community by building and supporting Black-owned businesses. Love you guys. See you same time next week. Peace.